Hello, welcome to week 4 of the Show Up Well Boot Camp. I am your host, Jan Goss Gibson, and this is our final week of boot camp. Can you believe how much you've grown in just the last 3 weeks? I trust that you're choosing faith over fear, you're proclaiming your rarity, and training your brain. And this week, we bring it all together to send you forward into your rich life. Yes, you are about to be deployed into your greatness. Remember, you are unique, one of a kind, with a specific blend of gifts that were given to you alone. You can use all of your dirt to grow something beautiful and help someone else. Your mind is a creation machine, and this week you are going to design and create your rich life. If you have not yet downloaded or printed out your guide sheet and checklist, please pause the video and do so now. Yes, it is time for you to create your rich life. When I was growing up, we moved a lot. My father was a military officer. I was born in the middle of Europe, in Munich, Germany, and we moved 21 times in 18 years. Some of my fondest memories were coming home to my grandmother's house in Burnet, Texas, where I united with all of my cousins and the family. You know how it is when you all get together. There were 5 children just in my family, so it was always a big group and a fun time. And my sweet grandmother would gather us around her, and she would hug us so tight, and she would say these words: "I may not have a lot of money, but I sure am rich." She was the first person to plant the seeds in me about what a rich life really is. We would gather together and we would lay on quilts underneath the big Texas sky and sing songs about our great state, like "The stars at night are big and bright. Deep in the heart of Texas, reminds me of the one I love. Deep in the heart of Texas." Yeah, so you get the idea. This was my introduction to a rich life. This week, you'll be mapping out your rich life. You'll define what rich is to you and create your value system. You will check out all the tools you now have in your toolbox to create your rich life and outline your legacy that you want to leave so you can begin creating it right now. This is an exciting week in boot camp. What does your rich life look like? Is it filled with a luxurious home and cars and beautiful things? Does it embrace family and friends and loved ones? Does your rich life include travel and plenty of money? Do you see great health and service to others in your rich life? What do you see? What is a rich life to you? Remember the question, what do you want? It's time to revisit that question in week 4 of the Show Up Well Boot Camp. What is a rich life to you? You may want to pause this video and write some things down right now. The sooner you write them down, the higher probability you have for them to come to pass. So be sure and write your thoughts down. In boot camp, RICH is an acronym for key components to a happy life. These work regardless of our individual tastes, desires, and visions for our life. The R in rich stands for respect. Respect for God, respect for yourself, and respect for others. How can you show even higher respect in each of these areas? What 2-degree shifts can you make to show more respect for something greater than yourself? How can you show that you respect your own self even more? What is something respectful you could do for someone else this week that will express high regard for them so they will feel respected? Cultivating a life of respect builds the foundation for a rich life. The I in rich stands for integrity. What comes to your mind when I say that word? Integrity. I like to think of it in terms of integration, where my words and my behavior are integrated or the same. It actually comes from the same root word as integer or a whole number, a complete entity. When we walk in integrity, we are whole. It means that our words, which are powerful, and our behaviors agree. If I say I'm going to do something, I do it. My behavior matches my words. It's super important to watch what words come out of our mouth and do what we say. Sometimes we say things with good intentions and then don't complete them. This leaves us out of integrity on the inside. It's not a good feeling. If we say something, we must carry it out. So be really thoughtful about what you say and what you commit to do. This can help you say no. If our life is going to be rich, we must be people of integrity. All the money in the world does not make us rich if we lack integrity. We must focus on being whole. The C in rich is for care and compassion. Sometimes our lives get so busy and full of activities, we can get a little calloused. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I have enough on my plate. I can't help anyone else. We can feel like we don't have time to lend a helping hand. This is a time to take a deep breath and be the boss of ourselves. Remember that care and compassion can be shown through something as simple as a smile or holding a door open for someone. It can be shown by hugging a child, an encouraging word, or by taking care of a furry four-legged friend. All of these are acts of care and compassion. As human beings, we are wired for service. We're wired to use our gifts and talents to help others. A life of service to others is a rich life. Self-absorption will not yield us a rich life. We all have a lot of responsibilities, so watch for opportunities to show you care. Whenever you feel that flow of compassion for someone, follow that flow with action to help someone else. This is part of you building your rich life. The H in rich is for happiness. What brings you joy? What brings you pleasure? Schedule it in your life. Take time to do what makes you happy. Happy means delighted, pleased, or glad. It's characterized by pleasure, contentment, or joy. It means favored by fortune, contented, successful, and prosperous. That sounds like a rich, happy life to me. So how do we create this life? It begins with defining our values. This week, you will define your value system. You're already living your value system to some degree. Now you're going to identify it and consciously live your values on purpose. This is part of your foundation for your rich life. What do you value the most? You can tell by looking at 3 areas: your time, your treasure, and your talent. How do you spend your time? This is a clue to what you value the most. What is your motive for spending your time doing these things? You may spend most of your time working, for example. That may not seem like a very high value, but what is your motive? Why are you working? What is the end goal? My work is to inspire, empower, and equip professionals and leaders to show up well on a daily basis. I work long hours to make this happen. Why? To make money? Yes, that's certainly part of it. I believe if I do good, then I will do well. But why do I want to make money? Money is a tool to create my rich life. I'm focused on life creation, not the money. Money is a tool. So what is your why? Why do you spend the time you do doing the things you do? This is a clue to your values. How do you spend your treasure or your money? If you follow your money trail, your treasure trail, you'll see quickly where your values lie. Does your money go to your family, your church, or some good cause? There are your values. Do you spend a lot on fashion, food, or experiences? There are your values. There's no blame, no shame, no guilt. One value is not necessarily more virtuous than another. We all have different values. We're all different. Where you spend your money is a clue to your value system. How do you use your talents? This is another indicator of what you value. How do you use your gifts? Who do you serve with them? Can you begin to see what you value most? Where are your highest values? Where do you spend your time, treasure, and talent? Write your thoughts down. You may want to pause this video and write your thoughts. Your personal value system will become your sword. It will divide what you allow into your life and what you say no to. I'm going to share with you my value system that I compiled as an example of how all of this works. My values are my sword. I wield it skillfully to keep my priorities in line. Before I wrote out my value system, I did implement these values to some degree, but I was a little all over the place and more easily drawn off track. Now, I implement my values consciously, on purpose. My behavior, my calendar or time, my treasure or money, and my talents all line up with my values. This is a foundation for my rich life. This is personal, and I vulnerably share it with you as an example. You will create your own value system. My number one value and the foundation of my life is spiritual connection. For me, if I gained the whole world and didn't have this one element, I would be miserable. It's my highest value. My number two value is family and relationships. Without this rich element in my life, I would be very poor. Number three is health. Health is our first wealth. If I have everything and don't have my health, I cannot live a rich life. Number four, integrity. If I say I'm going to do something and I don't do it, I feel awful. And it happens sometimes. I miss the mark. But integrity is a high value to me. I believe I was created to be whole, to walk in integrity. My fifth value on the list is service. A life serving others is rich for me. Number six, financial freedom. A rich life to me is not worrying about money. So financial freedom holds a high value for me, and I am working diligently to make that happen. My final value is everything we're talking about in week 4 of boot camp. It is a rich, abundant life. It's the pinnacle of all of my values put together, beginning with the foundation of spiritual connection. In your guides sheet, you'll see the pyramid of my value system as an example, and you'll write out a value system of your own. This will become your sword to cut things out of your life and to protect what is precious and what you desire in your life. Now you've laid the foundation for your rich life. You have all the tools you need to enjoy freedom from fear, peace of mind, and unshakable confidence. With practice, you'll become skilled at using the right tool at the right time. Let's look at some of the tools in your tool chest that you learned in the Show Up Well boot camp. The wonderful thing is these tools are available for you to use for the rest of your life. Tools like using your dirt to help someone else and planting good seeds. Remembering that you're a miracle and taking care of this magnificent body that you've been given. Tools like proclaiming your rarity and speaking out your I am statements and leaving blame, shame, and guilt far behind you. You learn to say goodbye to should, bye-bye, and bookend your day with gratitude. You know to play uplifting music, to smile, and to allow yourself to feel good about you. You've discovered your gifts, and you have healthy boundaries and know how to say no. You trained your brain to think about what you do want, and you write down your goals and choose faith over fear. You know how to catch your thoughts, to speak empowering words, and to believe in something bigger than yourself. You are equipped with all the tools you need for an unshakable foundation of confidence. You have the tools. Now it's time to focus on the goal. Your goal to have and enjoy a rich life, a life of respect, integrity, care and compassion, and happiness, all built on your personal value system. Keep the bullseye in view on a daily basis. Focus on what you do want. There's one more piece we will put in place as we come to the end of the Show Up Well boot camp. Your legacy. How do you want to be remembered? What do you want to be remembered for? The truth is, we all leave the planet one day. I will, you will, we all do. What kind of legacy do you want to leave? How do you want to be remembered? Whatever your answer, begin to plant seeds today to create that legacy. For me, I want to be remembered as a woman of passion who loved God and loved people, a woman who used her gifts and talents to help others. I want to go to my grave with not one gift left inside of me. That means I better get busy discovering, developing, and using my gifts and talents. I must be today the person I want to be remembered as. It's never too late to plant seeds for your legacy. Some people leave their legacy with their dying breath, speaking words that live on forever. So start today. Begin with the end in mind and reverse engineer how you want your life to end, how you want to be remembered. You are a miracle. There is no one like you. Whether your footprint on this earth is large or small, it's yours alone. Every footprint matters. Make your life count. Leave an honorable legacy. We do this by showing up well. To show up well is to live a life worth living and to die with dignity, knowing we have given it our all. You now have everything you need to show up well and leave an honorable legacy. As we get ready to depart, I want to express my gratitude to you. You are a part of my dream coming true. You are a part of me fulfilling my mission to inspire, empower, and equip professionals and leaders to show up well on a daily basis. Thank you for helping my dream come true. And I pray that your dreams come true as well. I appreciate you. You've made it through 40 years of my life condensed into 4 short weeks. And now you have the tools to choose faith over fear, to proclaim your rarity and train your brain. You have everything you need to create your rich life. I know you know other women who would have powerful breakthroughs by going through this boot camp. Please invite them. Write their names down right now. You can be a part of their breakthrough. They can go to showupwell.academy and click on boot camp to begin their new exciting journey. Congratulations. You have completed the Show Up Well boot camp, and I am so proud of you. Now I bless you to go forward and create your rich life. Much love.